Welcome everybody. Today we're going to chat about what I believe to be the 6 most important drum rudiments that you can play. So let's get to it. Alright, so what is a rudiment? A rudiment is basically for us, our scales. So on piano you have your scales, on string instruments you have your scales, on horns you have your scales. For us, rudiments are our scales. They help us get around snare drum solos, the drum set, timpani, mallets, tempo blocks. They're just a helpful tool for us to do what we do. So in this series, I'm going to be talking about the rudiments. I'm planning on doing a video for every single rudiment, but today we're going to talk about what I believe to be the top 6. They're the building blocks of every other rudiment, whether it's the Percussive Art Society 40 rudiments, or those plus the hybrids that the cores use. So what I want to do today is start with the single stroke roll. The single stroke roll is exactly what it sounds like. Single strokes, one on each side, back to back. We use that all of the time, okay? So how do we do it? Remember, we got to keep our hands, what I refer to as the American system. German is here, flat. French is here, thumbs up. American is somewhere in the middle. Now, what I do is literally start here. And the easiest way to get this to start increasing speed is that you increase speed. And notice I'm with my wrists at the moment, but there'll become a point where I turn it into fingers. Here. And then back out. That is your single stroke roll. Hey all, sorry for the interruption. I thought now would be a fantastic time to ask you to please hit the subscribe and like buttons. Also, if you don't mind, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any content. And now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Alright, let's move on. Rudiment number 2. Rudiment number 2, I'm going to go with the double stroke roll. We just talked about the single stroke roll. The double stroke roll is, again, what it sounds like. 2 hits on each side. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. And when you get this up to speed, it turns into our double stroke roll. Now, the catch here is that you don't want to turn this into a buzz roll. You still always want 2 hits on each side. That is how you play the double stroke roll. So, an example. And again, I'm starting with my wrists, and I will turn it into fingers in a moment. Fingers and wrists. Back to wrists. In an upcoming video, I'm going to describe the actual process, everything that's going on in the wrists and the fingers and the sticks and the pad to make that happen, to make it more fluent, to make it easier. So be watching for that coming up soon. All right, rudiment number 3 is the buzz roll or multiple bounce roll. This one is where we just did the double stroke roll, which was 2 on each hand. This one is multiples on each hand, multiple bounces on each hand. Again, I will be doing a whole separate video on my process to get to a good multiple bounce roll, but for today, here's an example of what the multiple bounce roll is. Slow to fast to slow. Rudiment number 4 is the paradiddle. Now the paradiddle is a combination of singles and doubles. A right, a left, two rights, a left, a right, two lefts. But they're all completely even. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right. Here's an example. Again, slow to fast to slow. Be looking for my instructional vid on the paradiddle coming up soon. All right, next on the list is the flam. Now the flam is literally, it's two hits, but it's like, you have to think of it like one stroke. Example, you're gonna have a grace note, which is a note that is smaller, shorter, lower than the main note. This should hit before this does. To give it, you'll hear it. And then the left side, right side, left side. You always gotta love when you tap tips of sticks when you're playing. This is actually harder than you think. And in my upcoming video just on flams, I will explain both sides because they're actually different. It's not just coming down together. You have to kind of think of them a little bit differently, but we'll get into that in my upcoming video. Lastly, we're gonna talk about the drag. Now the drag, like the flam, has grace notes at the beginning. Where the flam had one grace note, one small note, the drag has two. And here's an example. And one last time, be waiting for my next video, or new video, excuse me, on just the drag. All right, everybody, I hope you found that informative. Make sure you're looking for the next few videos where I'm going to take each one of those 6 rudiments and I'm going to look at them individually so that you can see my physicality, how my hands are working each one, my thought process behind each one, and some exercises to get each one better. Until the next time, have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Take care.